So this is still a, how should I say? This is still a conceptual plan, or I don't know how to say this in English language. And actually, to start with, so this is still in the phase of concept. And but actually, so what I'm thinking of is resurrecting my adult blog, and I have created, but actually I have an adult blog in Japanese language, and which means, so by the way, my mother tongue is Japanese language, and maybe years before, or maybe 10 years haven't passed still now. Well, 10 years haven't passed yet, but actually, so I have created, I created that adult blog longer than, or more than 10 years ago, but actually, so I began to create adult contents for that, or I began to upload adult contents to that adult blog, maybe almost 10 years ago. And but actually, so which means, so that blog had not, there's a period during which that blog had no articles for some years, and the duration of the blog without any articles is maybe a few years, 2 or 3 years. That blog had for the 2 or 3 years, that blog had almost no articles, and I upload and after the creation of that article, I uploaded an article which is a great which is just a greeting message, and hello everybody, I have created an adult blog, which I think is the first article of that adult blog, and which means, so and recently I have not uploaded any adult contents to that adult blog. That is because, and as I have told you in other past episodes, or in your former episodes of this podcast, that the population of this country is declining or decreasing, or maybe dwindling. Anyway, the population of this country is declining, and moreover, so maybe this is the fault of the central government of this country, but the government of this country has no power or no ability to change the tradition, or change what the predecessors have done. So which is why, so this and by the way, so one of the, and anyway, what I'm saying is that this country is heading for a darker future, or this country is heading for the darkness, and anyway, so this country is declining, and to start with, many people have called this country a declining country, and declining country, or not a developed country, nor a developed country, or nor a developing country. Anyway, so, and which is why, so recently I haven't created any adult content, and I stopped creating adult content in a former time, and anyway, this is the situation. But actually, I'm thinking of resurrecting, or which means I'm thinking of creating adult contents in Japanese again for that blog. That is because, anyway, so I'm going to tell you the purpose, and including the title and the conclusion of this episode. Wait a moment, please. And I don't have time today, so which is why I'm going to finish. Really, not as soon as possible, but actually I'm going to finish this creation of episode of podcast soon. And anyway, the title is A Plan of Resurrecting My Adult Blog, and the conclusion is I'm thinking of beginning to create adult contents in Japanese again. And the purpose is to expand the economic inequality in my country. And why the creation of adult content leads to the expansion of the inequality, or the expansion of the economic inequality in this country is that, so what I'm trying to do is that, so I have created adult content writing about, for example, racial segregations, or the discriminations or harsh and harsh wordings against disabled people, which such wordings had been incorporated into the adult content I have created and in Japanese language, and which is why anyway, I have created such adult content for making my adult content stand out or stick out. And but actually, those adult contents have seem to have some effect on the morality of the local people of this country. And I haven't proved, so there's nothing which have proved that so my adult contents lowered or decreased or lowered the morality of the local people in this country. But actually, so this time what I'm trying to do is to destroy or cut the relationships among Japanese people, which is what I'm trying to do by creating my own adult content. And this is a crazy plan, and this is a kind of experiment, which is why this is still on a conceptual phase, or this is still on the phase of concept or making, and I'm still planning or how should I say? So profoundly thinking, and and that was escaped me, and not that was beginning with the ponder. I'm still pondering, and anyway, such a thing happened. Some English words escaped me, and which is because I'm a non-native speaker of English language. Anyway, so my thinking is that, or my plan is that this is my assumption is that, which is by creating such adult content like in which many words against disabled people or foreigners, and by creating such adult content in which there are many warnings against disabled people and foreigners. And I think some foolish Japanese people, there are some many, please imagine the cohorts or the intelligences of the members of your society. For example, the society. Your society has, so your community has smart people and moderately smart people and dull people or foolish people. And so my thinking or my plan is that it may be possible to discard or demolish or destroy the human relationships among foolish Japanese people, which is when that foolish comfort, or not the comfort, but the foolish cohort, the cohort of the foolish Japanese people, or the cohort of the group of Japanese people with low levels of intelligence or low intellectual levels is a target of my creating adult contents. Please, I don't know whether you have correctly imagined what I'm saying, and by destroying or by how should I say, by lowering the economic performances, including the by destroying the human relationships among those Japanese people with lower intellectual levels. So I thought it would be possible to expand the economic inequality, and those Japanese people with lower intelligences may become poorer, or may become more impoverished, which is what I have expected, or which is what I have assumed. And by doing it, so it may be possible to expand my own wealth